Hello friends, it's Mrs. Jane on Thankful Thursday, October the 29th, 2020, with all the terrific news you can use about our terrific Halloween party celebration and the fun we had at school today. Well, all dressed in our costumes, we got our temperature check from Mrs. Ann, scurried down the stairs, hung up our backpacks, put our folders away, sanitized our hands, signed in so we could get started with all the Halloween fun. Of course, all of the tabletops today were lots of fun, and they got us an extra prize. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. So on table one today, we were looking at Miss Muffet's spider, who, by the way, showed up in quite a bit of what we did today. So on table one with the spiders, we donned a spider ring on our index finger, and then we traced the path of that spider from the top of the page to the bottom. And then after we did that with our fingers and our spider ring, we took a black marker and we traced the path of those spiders from the top to the bottom of the paper. And then we colored the spiders. That earned us a prize for our prize bucket. After that, table two, we were actually sorting Miss Muffet's spiders. Some were orange, some were black. We had an orange Play-Doh log with two straws, one orange and one black, standing vertically in the log, and then we just sorted the orange spider rings on the orange straw, the black spider rings on the black straw, and that earned us a prize for our prize buckets. On table number three today, let me make sure I got that one right. Oh, that's where we made our Halloween bracelet. So we had a black pipe cleaner, and we put on 5 orange pumpkin beads. On table number 4, or the fourth item, that was a little Halloween hopscotch. We had numbers 1 through 10 written on orange spider web paper plates, and we got to throw a little ghost on one of the plates. We had to tell what the number was, and then we jumped and counted up to that number. And then let's see, we had one more. Oh, that looks like it was it. So after our tabletops were finished, we all assembled on the choo-choo line. But this time, today, we did not ride the choo-choo. This time today, we had a beautiful Halloween parade. We had some Halloween music, and we paraded around the room, then around our circle till we landed in our hello circle. And so there, we introduced our persons of the day. We had our pledge to the flag, our good morning song, and then we did some fun Halloween moving and grooving. We did a little finger play with our hands, told the story with our hands, the 5 little jack-o'-lanterns sitting on a gate. We also did I'm a little jack-o'-lantern, and a little pumpkin, sorry. We did a little bit of Who, that song we learned the other day. We did a little bit of Scarecrow, Scarecrow. If you know Teddy Bear, Turn Around, it's the same kind of concept, except this time we were scarecrows with our arms out straight. We got to turn around, we got to jump up and down, we got to wink one eye, bend our knees, flap in the breeze. You get the idea. And then we also did another fun song by Mr. Raffi, the spider song. And we moved our little hand spiders up and down from the floor, up our legs, up to our bellies, up to our necks, on our heads, on our faces. That's a real fun one. It's got kind of a little spooky flair to it, but lots of fun. Once all of our movement was finished, then we got to the serious party games, parents. We talked a little bit about our party rules. We have 3 now, and so they are: 1, stay with your party team; 2, wait your turn; and 3, have fun. Probably the most important one. And so each of the persons of the day was a party team captain, and their working mom was the party team chaperone. So it made 2 groups of students, and they went through a circuit of 5 different game stations, starting with number 1, which was, again, Miss Muffet's spider turned up, and this time it was putting Miss Muffet's spider on the spider web. And if you know how to play Pin the Tail on the Donkey, you'd be good at this game, because we put a blindfold on, turned everybody around 3 times, and then tried to get them to put a large black pom-pom spider onto the web. And if the blindfold made you uncomfortable, we just let you shut your eyes and turn around and try to put that pom-pom on. On the second game station, this time it was Halloween hoops, and we had a large witch's hat, and it's a ring toss game. So you tried to get either the black or the orange rings onto the witch's hat. The third game was Goofy Ghost Bowling. So we actually decorated some rolls of toilet tissue to look like ghosts. Yeah, took our bowling ball and knocked down as many as we could, and then counted the number that we could knock down. On station number 4, we prepared our delicious Halloween snack. And this was kind of like one of those worms in the mud concepts. Yeah, so we had a chocolate pudding cup, delicious. We put some cookie crumbs in. We added some gummy worms, a little bit of pumpkin candy. So kind of like a pumpkin patch type of snack. It was wonderful. And then, of course, the last station, number 5, one of all of our personal favorites, was the trick-or-treat races. And this time we had the team separated into 2 groups, and in turn, the kids got to take a great big scoop of candy corn from one bowl and run it across the room as fast as they could and dump it in the next bowl. Turn around, bring the scoop back to the next kid in line, and that kid scooped up as much candy corn as he could and ran down to the other end and dumped it into the bowl. And we did that until we could empty one bowl into the other. Of course, once all of our games were done, we needed a break. So we went to the necessary room. We had a little free read in the library, followed by eating that delicious snack we prepared. Once our snacks were finished, we adjourned to the library for a Halloween story, and today it was the Not So Itsy Bitsy Spider, and that was fun because it's one of those pop-up books. Yeah, lots of fun with those. After the story, we had time for one more game, and this one was called Pass the Pumpkin. Now, if you know the concept of the musical chairs, where the music stops, you have an action? Okay, so you would know how to do this one. And this time, we all sat around the circle in the library, and we passed our little stuffed pumpkin. And in our situation, when the music stopped, whoever was holding the pumpkin stood up, gave us a bow, and we gave them another prize. Lots of prizes for our prize buckets today. Oh, and speaking of those prize buckets, moms and dads, we had plastic. They look like a sand pail, yeah, with our pictures on it, so we would know which one belonged to us. And that's where we put all the prizes once we were finished with each game. Now, when we finished this particular game, Pass the Pumpkin, it was time for our goodbye circle. So we had some show and tell today, and a little preview of what's coming up for next week, a little goodbye song, and then we all headed to our coats and to a lineup for our little short Halloween parade out to you in the parking lot. We want to thank everybody for getting there on time and being ready for us as soon as we came out the door. You could tell how exciting it was for all of us to see you at the end of our sidewalk. So thank you, parents, for all coming and cheering us on at the end of our day. I also want to say, parents, you should be very proud about today. That was our first Jack and Jill party for our friends in the Terrific Threes class, and they did a wonderful job. Everyone had fun. Everybody followed the party rules, taking turns, staying with their groups. Everybody had fun. Yeah, it was wonderful. And so, parents, I have a couple of announcements for you and to let you know. Let's see. So going forward, next week we'll stick with color black, but our shape this time will be triangle. And our rhyme will stick with Little Miss Muffet for the time being. We want you to know that coming up on Tuesday, November 3rd, is our next field trip to Buckhorn Park. You've had some information come home about that, but just in the way of reminder, we're starting that at 10 a.m. at the park, and it will be a nature walk with a scavenger hunt. Something different for us, but it gets us outside in that fresh air, which is always good. And then also on that same day in the evening at 7 p.m., another toy cleaning. And this time I believe it is the Bryant and the Flaherty family. You're up this month. Following that, we wanted to remind you that the Daylight Savings Time ends this weekend, yeah? So on Sunday, you need to turn your clocks back, fall back, yeah? So you're on time for all those wonderful events coming up on your calendar. And then our treasurer would like to remind everyone that the November tuition is due, remember, so thank you in advance for sending in yours. And I think that does it for the reminders. Yes, it does. So that's all for now. We hope everybody has an enjoyable Halloween over the weekend, and see you again next Tuesday. If you have any questions or you have any comments or concerns, please reach out. We're here. We'll help. And remember, as always, every day is a good day to have a good day at Jack and Jill. Bye for now.